I'm a gamer now. Okay. I thought this would be fun. So I'm gonna game. You guys can come in here and ask your questions. There's some noise in the background. There's some other kids streaming in this house. So I want to set some things up. Okay. Okay, so let's go. Just trying to do some things on the back end here.
I'm talking to myself right now. Why is this not loaded? Okay, now.
Okay.
Why is this part not even loading either?
Okay, just give me a second. Just gonna mute. Okay, I'm back. I just had to do some stuff in the back end. I was trying to figure it out, but I couldn't figure it out. But anyways, we're going to gameplay, and I'm going to answer your questions. Shane Lee, does Nikki want to be with me? I have a feeling we've asked this question before, and I feel like I've answered this question. I get not at the moment, not at this time. That's what I get for that. That's my answer to that. Shane Lee. All right. Okay. Can you hear the giggling? My mod's here, but she's not moderating anything. She's just laughing at me. I don't know if you could hear that in the background. Okay. I don't even know if she's laughing at me. I'm just feeling all insecure. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Let me come with you.
Are you doing general readings? No, I generally never do general readings. I like specific questions so you get specific answers.
Guide me back to you.
I like specific questions so you get to specific answers. General readings to me are too vague. I mean, that's how I feel. I feel like they're too vague. It's like, oh, something good's going to happen. Oh, this is what's going to happen. It's so vague. I like details. I like to tell you particular things. And for me to look into your life and just, hi, and for me to look into your life and then pick out what's important for you, it's like you should be in control of what's important for you.
Across the bridge, now.
You can ask your questions. Go ahead, post your questions in the chat.
I will put an end to this.
I'm just watching this intro. It's quite long. This guy's intense. I feel dishonesty with this guy already. Look at, I read that he's dishonest.
I'll wait for you, my love.
I don't know if he's gonna really wait for her. Okay. When you ask for messages from your dad, you know, I'm just the conversation, the middleman between you and him. It's kind of like your dad may not have a message from you. He may not have anything. You know, think of when you pick up the phone and you call somebody. We don't pick up the phone and we call our friend or family member and say, hey, hi, do you have a message for me? No, we ask them questions. So what question do you have for your dad? And then I can see what he would respond, what his response would be. I could see what his response. Oh, so I could see how I can do that. Okay. I'm excited about playing this game. Okay. This question here. I am moving out of state next year. Woo! When we go to take another trip in May to where we are moving, will we find, oh, I get what you're saying. It's like you're moving out of state next year. So you're going to take a trip and you're hoping that on that trip you do find the perfect house for the family, or you're asking if you will find. I see yes at that. I see it's not just that you'll find, well, okay, it'd be like this, cute green. It's like, I see that when you're on that trip, you're going to make it, you guys are going to, I see you guys making it a priority to find something, almost like a sense of like, we really need to find something here. Almost like we're not going to leave without it. I feel like there's a sense of like, you guys would be open to leave without, finding the perfect place, but I feel like there's so much intention and I feel like there's so much opportunity in different properties and stuff. So you'll have a good, like, what do you say? A good pick. So I do see that you're going to see a place that you absolutely adore and appreciate. I got a lot of things going on. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay. Next question. Will I get a job through NTI? Yeah, I do feel like you'll get a job through NTI. I feel it feels so like like I almost say, why wouldn't you? The question kind of looks as like yeah, it does feel like you. I feel like the opportunity is there. Maybe the question really is coming from a place where you're just like waiting for to hear back, or you're it's like a process, and so you're wondering, because sometimes when we're in the middle of a process or something, we're like, is it going to happen? You know, like when we're confident that something should happen, but we have to wait for it, so then you start to worry. So it does feel like that. Like I don't see the straight way to answer the questions asked. Will I get a job through NTI? Like I do see there's job opportunities that you could get through there. Guys, don't remember to subscribe so you can get this. Sooner or later, this is going to be a subscriber only chat because we're believe it or not, the little bit of people that we're getting in here is starting to get full sometimes. I laugh because it's not that full, but what I'm trying to say is that it's, soon we're going to do subscriber only. Like, you have to be a subscriber to ask a question. Okay, so that's what you get, Bridget. Okay, my 7-year-old miniature schnauzer girl Poppy has a growth from her vulva. I am worried lately about her and would love insight if possible. Please, blessings. So I don't like to answer health questions, even when they're animals or pets or anything. I don't like to answer health questions because I feel that the opportunity of asking a psychic, someone highly intuitive like myself, questions, you're asking them questions that you actually couldn't find anywhere else. And a veterinarian is where you'll be able to find the answers to that question. So it kind of is like, I'm just going to repeat what somebody else says, or I'm going to say something. And if I'm wrong, it's like, you know what I mean? So I don't like to have any questions, but let me see how I can kind of tiptoe around this question. I'm picking up that it's something that, this is going to sound ridiculous because it obviously is, but I don't know, sometimes things are so obvious to me, like I see them so clearly, but then I have to remember that maybe other people don't see it that way because that's why I'm the psychic. But what I'm going to say about Poppy, I feel that it's something that is very serious. So, animal, pets, us humans, everybody, we can develop a little growth or something and it's like whatever. I feel like this is something that's going to, like, this is something that really, like, this is not something that's going to be like, like it looks like it. Yeah, if you get what I'm saying. Will you get married according to him? So you're asking your father if you will get married. So the question is not me and what I see. It's about asking your father. So what his perspective is. Okay. I get that he wants you to. I also see that he feels that there was an opportunity for you to get married. Like there was someone that he felt was it. Like he felt like that was it. So he feels like, not that you've lost your opportunity, but he's saying like there's someone that makes sense to him that he isn't that he wants you to marry, but he sees the opportunity there. So he is seeing, this is not my intuition. This is what when I step into your father's energy, this is what he is articulating. And he's saying that there's someone that you could have, like, there's someone there that marriage in the whole aspect of, are you able to get married? Will you? He seems like there's nothing really stopping you. Like there's, you can, like, you can get married. Like it would be like a question of like, I don't know, all the things that somebody could prevent somebody from getting married is fear, not prepared, obviously not finding the right person, but all those things. And he seems to come from this place that you don't have any of those barriers. Like almost like he would be saying, you're a good looking person, you're wonderful, you're amazing, you're great, you have a lot, like you should get, that's what your father has to say about that. What would you like to know about your future husband? Of course. What would you like to know? Oh, wait. Do you mean like future husband, like you don't have a person in mind and you're wondering, like, like I like almost like I'm not, is the question being posed as I'm not dating anybody and I want to know what my future husband would be like that kind of question. Is that what you mean? I really need clarification on that. You are welcome, QQ. You come in here all the time and I could never get it right. I don't know. Those two letters just are complex. Hi, Pallavi. I don't know why I did that, but I don't know. I remember you were in here last time and it was really fun. Oh, Louise, you understand. Okay, so Okay, so I'm going to make sure the questions I'm trying to highlight. I wish my mom would come in here, but she's playing Sonic. But the questions I'm going to try to highlight are your first questions, or maybe when you recognize a receipt of the question. I'm seeing your second questions or your continuing. I'm like seeing those in the conversation. So if I don't highlight it, it's not because I'm ignoring you. I see it. I'm just highlighting people's first questions and those kind of things. Okay. Marinelle, yes, some hints of your future husband. Okay, so that's a lot. That's a presumption that you will get married and a presumption that there is a future husband. I'm not taking that presumption away from you. I'm just saying like how we're wording the question. I like it. It's a very confident and positive and putting the energy out there question. I like it when people ask like the questions with some kind of assertion, because that's where they are. But remember, it's still an assertion. I might not see that. Hold on. Definitely someone, well, I pick up, it's definitely someone that you've never met, Mara. Never met, never, like, don't know yet. I do get like a close proximity though. Like this person will be physically close to you, like so in your radius. I say like a drive, like a 30-minute radius. Like this person is in your, like it's not a far away person. It's someone near to you. I get a situation where you're putting out a lot of feelers, if that makes sense. Let me know if I'm right or wrong, but I feel like you're trying to be out there. You're trying to, like, you're very, I spit a little bit. You're very ready to date. Very, very out there. Is that accurate? Because I feel like there's like an excitement to meet this or get your life going in a relationship. I'm doing great, Pallavi. Thanks. So yeah, that's what yeah. So I do feel that this person is in close proximity. I feel like it's someone that you've never met. There is going to be a strong physical attraction from you to this person. Like you are going to be like, that is going to be the well, I don't want to make it sound like it's superficial, but I mean like it's someone that you like, that's the first point of, you get what I'm saying? The first point of like connection is a physical attraction. So it does come off that you see this person right before you talk to them or at the same time. And it's just like, oh my gosh, because I'm feeling the little butterflies in my tummy about this person. I do feel this person is very, like I want to say established. That might sound very intense, like so established. I mean, like very, like has a current career. Like, you know, you would hope that they have a current career, but you know what I mean? Like it's very, has been at their career and job for quite some time, has a grounding in it, has like a footing in it. You get what I'm saying about that? Okay. Yeah, so I could say that. So remember, guys, that this is a public forum place. And so when I ask I'm about to play this game. I'm so about to unplay. Let's play the main game. Oh, the bonus chapters is it locked? I don't know, but let's play the main game. I mean, okay, which I usually always play on casual or like the easiest level. Oh, because it has hints. Oh, okay, so casual has hints. Advanced, I don't know. Should we go on expert difficulty? Okay, let's see. Hints and skip buttons. Recharge slowly. Activate. Hidden puzzle. Okay. And I mean, we're playing together, right? You guys are going to play with me, right? Like, I'm not going to do this alone, right? Okay, so let's do expert. Let's not customize it. That's a little too much for me to do.
We found something. Come here.
That definitely has power in it. That gem, I feel it. You guys felt it? It has power. It's going to help you find things. That's what I think that gem is. Oh, no.
Oh no. Fabian.
Oh, Fabian.
We have to get him back to the headquarters.
Yeah,
I'll
you
call
guys
someone
do.
who can help us with this case.
Am I the only one who watches these things? Okay. This is long. This is like a whole story. Oh, shoot. Careful. Careful. Great. Now all the papers are all over. I hate that. I hate that fall on like one step. You know that little fall on one step? Falling down a whole bunch of steps is dramatic enough, but that one step, it's like you feel stupid. The icon is illuminating if there is a collectible Yashin mask in the scene. Okay, let's skip tutorials. Um, yeah. Oh, objectives. Help Marlene. Lend your friend a hand by picking up the dropped items. Okay, you know what? Sure. She kind of like was a little bit of a mess. Okay. Okay, so we're there. Oh, Louise, you understand. And Louise, I have two options: pay thousands to get it removed, only to find out it's cancer and still won't help her that much. Not put her through it. Is there a chance she will live along? You know, I have a friend. Well, she's a friend. She's a friend in my community, and she's actually a pet psychic, and she's on Facebook. And it's funny because I met her, and she did my, like, she read me, and I'm not a pet. Well, she read me, and she was really good. But I hear you with that. It's like all these decisions to make. You know, so it's kind of like a question posing, like you're not sure what to do. Now, I'm not going to look at what you should do, but I am going to look at like how, you know, sometimes it's about, is my care provider, whoever your vet is or whoever they are, is there someone out there that can give you some really good information and give you some good, like, you know, help you make, I feel, this is what I'm picking up. I feel like whoever, or I feel like there's someone that you would or could be communicating with. And when it comes to a vet, so I feel like there's if you have not spoken to a vet, I'm saying if, right? Or if you have, I feel like this person hasn't, how do I say it? They haven't. I feel like there's someone else you can go to that's going to give you like more of like, what should you do? You know, that type of thing. Like I feel because I'm seeing a conversation where you're sitting down with somebody and they're giving you so much information, and maybe that's because I'm about to give you the link to my pet psychic girl, you know? Let me hook you up. Let me hook you up. Let me hook you up. Okay? Let me hook you up. She's the greatest. Well, I mean, I don't have it. Okay. Let's be what I'm trying to explain. I have not gone to her for a pet reading, but I value her as a person and her intuition. So I feel I would not send you a link of someone that I did not, you know what I'm trying to say? So still, you know, use your own discern if it feels right for you. But discern if it feels right for you. 1 second. I'm getting you this link. And I can't, hold on. I can't seem to find her right now. Because she may have changed her name, but I will get you that. Okay. When do you see Dominique contacting me? Does she want to? I feel like people are coming in asking the same questions again. Or am I going insane? Have you guys asked these questions again? What is this? What is this inbox that, like, listen here, okay? Awoleki Tunda. Aboleki Tunda. Listen. Why are you coming in here telling people to get a reading with you? You should have your own page and be able to. How about you do live chats and get people to do, that type of thing? Okay. Okay. So let's not. Okay. You should be paying me for any advertising that you want to do. Okay, I'm not gonna let that happen to the people in here. You do that one more time. I don't cast spells, but I will block. That's the biggest spell I can cast, just block you. Hi there. Okay. Aryan Goyal. Yeah, again, I feel like we've had these readings before. I feel like we've had these questions before. Am I losing my mind? I ignore them. Thank you ignoring them. It's like, if you are in your life and you're like, I want to know something, you should go out there and get it. For somebody to say, oh, you know what I mean? It's kind of like doctors don't run around touching people and pressing on them and checking their breath. You know what I mean? When you want it, you go. That's how the energy is supposed. It's you're being guided to do that. And I don't know why they're taking it. I do find it a compliment. That they find that I'm so amazing that they feel that they want to come onto my page to take advantage of the people that I do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going on their pages taking it. Like, I don't want their clients. You get what I'm saying? I asked last time if we would reconcile. Okay, so I'm not going crazy. We're asking some similar things. Okay, reconcile. And now you want to know if they want to contact you. I get a thing with Dominique that it's kind of like, just not like, still open. So, okay, let me put it this way. It's like, and I step into Dominique's energy, it's like, I don't have an intention to pick up the phone or text or whatever and start a conversation. But it's just that I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Like, you know what I mean? It's not that I'm saying, oh my God, I never. It's just that I'm not, just like, it's almost like, I don't want to say Dominique needs time to contact you, because that's not, we don't want to put that on someone. If I say to someone, if I'm not contacting someone, even though I'm open to it, I think that alone should stand as I'm not there yet. You know what I mean? So we don't want to put an energy of, okay, when will they be? It's kind of like we want to understand what they're feeling and then, somehow accept that. So I feel like it's Dominique is open to you. Like it's not cut. There's still some intention, just not there yet. So the question is, she wanting to contact me, not at this time. But I want to make sure that I'm articulating that it's not that she is saying I never. It's just like that's not where there's still some upset and frustration or discomfort or distance. Yeah. You are welcome. Hi there from Australia. Every time I get somebody from Australia, I think it's great. Well, I mean, people are up at all different times, but it's like I'm trying to stream these at a time where I feel like I can hit many time zones. You are welcome. Yeah, I said yes and thank you. Yeah, that's okay. Anything on marriage? So the question is, hold on. Let me before you clarify your question, let me read your question. I'm just wondering when marriage is going to come for you or be an option for you. Hold on. I still want to send that link. I gotta make a, hold on. Let me make a mental note. Send that link to that user who had questions about their pet. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I look at that. Not only did I read you, I read the question. Sometimes it's like clarify. I try not to, I always want to leave it up to you guys to completely articulate clearly your question, because that's also sending the energy as well. Like, the clearer your question is, that's you also pushing out the energy, but sometimes I can read it. Okay. So marriage and pop. I do see marriage. I do see, and I see that it's not too far away. Look at me looking for it, looking for the marriage. Where is it? It's not too far away. So I guess it's behind me. So, and I get in like December, okay, this is the thing. Okay. Okay. Sometimes, questions are not just yes, no, whatever. They're like more complex. And again, on here, public chat, I'm trying to be cognizant about the fact that it's a public chat. And although you guys have usernames or your real name, I don't, I'm trying to protect some of your interest. So Navida. I like that. Navida. I hope I'm Navida. Navida. Okay, so I do see a mate. I know that sounds like we're in, but I do see a mate. I do see a partner coming around December. Not necessarily that I'm seeing that marriage is going to happen in December, but I do see someone who has that intention and has that someone who I'm seeing this person having the same, is in the same place as life as you, in the same page. Like, you're going to be like, you want to do this, I want to do this, we want to do this. I do see it being, I get the word healthy situation where it's going to come very, there's always some questions about, are they like this? Are they like this? Will it be like this? There's those, but I do see a very, again, I feel like on the same page with you. Okay, so I see that coming around December, and I'm going to give it to about January. So somebody's coming in for that. Not saying that marriage is going to happen then, but I do see, yeah. Am I making sense? Hi, Christopher. Hello. I'm having, well, it was in the morning and I had it's going good. Anything to say? What friend? Which friend? What friend? Do I see love coming for you, please? Love is always coming for you. Here's some of it right here. I love you. You are welcome. I love you. Do I see love coming for you, please? Okay. Okay. We've had a rough road. And I know that sounds so vague because a lot of us, but again, when I say things, it's to the person that's asked. So if it makes sense to them, that's what's important because I'm reading you. I'm not giving a thing. I feel some pain. And I know we've all feel some pain, but I feel, Tracy, there's some, it's right here. Like it's here. And it comes off of like, how do I explain it? It feels like, okay, so Tracy, when I'm you, Tracy, us, we, okay, in your energy right now, okay. I feel like, again, I mean, it's clearly obvious, right? I think everybody can understand. You're asking the question, when will love come for you? So it's like you're open to it, right? You're ready. So there's a like I get, okay, sometimes I get things and they're in like cartoon like images, right? I'm an animated person. That's how my intuition is going to work then. Okay, so I see that it's almost like you're on, like, like you're about to run a race, right? Just follow me. It's going somewhere. But it's like you're on the starting line. And when they go, get set, and that means get on and get ready, and you get ready. Like, I feel like that. I feel like you're in that place. Like, you're ready. Like, you haven't started running yet, but you're ready for love or this new chapter or new things, right? But as you're getting ready, there's this like, God, like, I've had such a hard time before. I don't, you know what I mean? Like there seems to be some, like it's been tough. So not necessarily a person who's like given up and they're like, oh, I've had such a bad time in love, like whatever. It's kind of like, I see, like, so every experience is subjective, right? To say I've had a bad time. No, I feel some things have posed you some challenges in your life with that. Like it feels like things are hitting me, crashing me. And I've gotten through it and I'm ready, but it's like I feel some wounds. Not wounds of, oh, I just didn't like that, or I didn't feel, it looks like some wounds. Anyway, so in that sense, I all that to say, I feel like it's gonna take some time, Tracy. It's going to take some time, and I see that it's going to take some time. I see that it's a mental thing for you. It's again, I'm ready, but it's like, God, it's almost, okay, if I can speak towards like the universe and what the universe is saying, it's kind of like the universe is going to like coach you in like just when it comes, you are going to be in a different state of your life. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes for you, you won't be just the ready part. Like you'll be like already almost done the race and just feeling good. Like you're going to be in a very different mental space in your life. There is no way saying that you are blocking yourself because you have these. No, not that at all. It's just like, things need time to grow. It's like the things that you've went through, you're not going to go through them again. However, I feel like you're going to be, I don't want to say tested. There's going to be a situation that's going to come into your life and it's going to feel similar to something that you've been through before, but you're going to catch it and you're going to be like, it won't even so much be a conscious, it will be a little bit of a conscious, but it wouldn't. It's kind of like, let's say I was standing at the bus stop and I got splashed with water. It's like the next time I'm standing at the bus stop and there's a puddle there, I'm going to be like, oh, like I'm just going to naturally not want to stand there. Like I'm just going to not, like, even without consciously saying, oh, don't stand there because I could get splashed. It's like, that's what's going to, I do see something coming in where it's going to be like, and you're just going to not, you're going to like, subconsciously and emotionally reject it. And then after that part, I do see because what I'm seeing is a situation where you're like not even looking for love. You're kind of like doing your own thing, whatever. And then boom, this person comes along. Okay. So I do see it, but I do see some time. I'm getting like July. Okay. I don't know how soon or far or how soon that would really be. Christopher, so you want to know what Calvin and Scott has to say about your boxing. And you are welcome, Tracy. Welcome. Like, you're doing good. You're doing really good. Okay? You're doing really good. You're doing not only you like you're doing you're gonna get it. Okay. Anything to say about your boxing? Okay, between Calvin and Scott, one feels pretty excited about it, thinks it's awesome. The other one feels like not concerned or worried, but just like wondering if this is going to be a logical path for you, a fruitful path for you. So one seems a little bit more critical, but not critical in like, oh, don't do it. Like critical in the sense of critiquing. I don't know how much criticism we need when we're doing something we passionately love. We don't necessarily need we need constructive criticism, but not criticism. But that's what I get. And you want to know about how they feel about about boxing all my missing dog Max. So your dog is missing and you want to know what they feel about your dog missing, or you are missing your dog. Like I miss my dog. I miss having a dog, that type of thing. You are welcome, Tracy. Hello. Hi. How are you? Good. I like your 4-leaf clover. I love it. And welcome back. Any messages you have for love? What would you like to know about your love? What would you like to know about love, Pamela? What exactly would you know? And I will look at exactly that. So we can get your exact questions and the exact thing that you want to know. Okay. You guys, we're going to find some game. Okay, so what is... I better talk to Marlene first. Well, I already talked to her. We know we have to find her things.
Amelia.
Yes?
I'm so glad you were able to come.
You're welcome.
As I was telling you, it all began after he touched the accursed amulet.
I don't know if it's
Vivian
cursed.
is so focused on Isian culture and myths. I'm just a scientist, not a field agent.
Don't say just a
but I hope that
scientist.
between
You're
the
awesome.
two of us, we can get to the bottom of this.
We will, all of us, and all of the people. I have a whole crew. I have a whole intuitive army here. We're gonna figure it out. Okay, what's going on? Okay, I just want to get to the finding stuff, but we gotta click. Okay, there's a map. There's some jewels. Fabian's burns after coming in the contact with him. I don't know. They keep talking about the amulet like it's something negative, but am I the only one here? I feel like it's tricky, and once we figure it, like, we have to be careful. But I don't read spirit. Like, I don't read spirit. I read you. I read your spirit, your energy, what you are going to do, what's happening in your life. I don't contact another energy party to give answers. I'm the spirit connected to your spirit. So I don't have any messages from spirit particularly. I'm reading you, baby. I'm reading you and your life and the energy and the tangible things, and non-tangible things like emotions that are going on in your life. What? Do you guys even understand what we're supposed to do here? Oh, I guess burn, so. Okay. Statue of Prince Grandlon, the Hair of Luciata. Ooh. Oh, so it's this guy? Okay. The last Yasin Druid circled stone. Only members of the royal family possessed them and felt their presence. Okay, so this is it. Okay, I'm liking this game, but you're making me do a lot of clicky things that I feel like are like, what was the point of that? You know what I mean? Okay, so I've got a paper clip.
Would you put those folders inside the box?
Okay. Let's put the folders inside the box. How do you... What box? Oh, there's an umbrella. Oh, I'm supposed to be finding these things. Okay, here we go. Hat, you guys, hat. What else do you guys see? There's a box there. Oh, I have to figure out how to put the folder inside the box. Do I need a paper clip? I don't know. Oh, there's something here. And that, the statue. There's a paper here. Oh, there's a key. Everything's locked up tight. Should we use the paper clip to get the key? Where's the paper clip, guys? I'm going to use the paper clip. No. Let's use the umbrella. No. Okay, we have to find more stuff. He was like your friend. What do they have to say about your missing dog? And you're saying it was 3 years ago. Okay, so you want to know what they're saying about him now. I do feel the dog was injured. Oh, wait, that's me reading. You're not asking my opinion. You're asking what they're saying about it. Well, that's my opinion. I feel that's what they feel. That's what's going on there. He was like your best friend. Okay. Will I get a job one day? And what as? So you're wondering if you would ever get a job at all ever in your life. From now. I mean, sometimes the universe works out, things happen because of what we do, right? So we do stuff in our energy and it leads to, the things we've done yesterday influences what's happening today, and the things we do today is influencing what's happening tomorrow. And I say yesterday, today, and tomorrow as in past, present, and future. Okay, hold on. I'm reading two people's questions at the same time. Okay. Will I get a job and one day, and what as? Yeah, so I mean, will you get a job? I feel like you'll get a job this is going to be one of those things where it's not a psychic advice. Will you get a job? The reason why I'm having a hard time reading this, well, not hard time reading this question. I'm reading the question, but I'm having a hard time answering this question in a way that will make sense to you, because I see nothing preventing you from getting a job. Like, I don't see anything preventing you from getting a job. I don't see any barriers to getting a job at all. Like, at all. Like, I see that if you wanted to get a job today, I mean, I see some timing issues. Like if today, tonight, whenever it is, like you want to go, I see some timing issues, but I see if you wanted a job, I see that you can have a job by next week. So I don't see, you know, that the question is, will you get a job? I don't see anything preventing you from getting a job. The only thing I see preventing you from getting a job is like you, well, I don't want to say you, but I mean, it's kind of like if you're in a situation when you've applied to a bunch of jobs, I do see there might be some challenges in what job you get depending on what you apply, but we were just saying job. We never specified what kind of job. So there's millions of jobs out there, and I feel you could definitely get one. I don't see anything prevent. It's time. I do see time, Donna, being a thing about getting a job, right? So it looks like if you were to leave your house today and go to the local store to apply for a job, I feel like you might not be able to leave today. You might not be able to go today. You're doing a lot of things, you know what I mean? So a job, you know, again, that's pretty vague. So I don't see nothing in your way of getting a job. So if you're rephrasing the question as in there's a certain type of job or a certain type of career, or there's a certain type of industry that you want to work in, we can take a look if that works out for you. But when we say job, I mean, McDonald's is a job, the corner store is a job, you know, giving new, like, you know what I mean? So because I don't control what I don't control your future. I only read it. It's kind of like when you say job, will you get a job one day? I mean, the only thing stopping you from getting a job is time, I feel, for you and whatnot. So we can so okay, if you want to rephrase the question is, will you get a job that I already said that. Your dog, Christopher. Your dog that went missing 3 years ago, and you can't get it off your mind, and you want to know if he is still with us. And what was this dog's name again? Max? Okay, so the circumstances around this missing dog I find are very interesting and unique. I feel that this missing dog, I'm gonna make an assertion here. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel this missing dog is like I feel that there could have this okay, how do I say, the search for this missing dog when he went missing 3 years, I feel somehow it wasn't as extensive as it could have been. Like, I feel that it was like, I feel like it wasn't as extensive as it could have been. I feel like it was, I don't want to say it, okay, I'll tell you what without critiquing again, but this is a public thing, so I'm trying to be cautious of people, you know. I feel like your connection with this dog was either like short. There's some like I feel okay, so it comes off like you either didn't have this dog for long, or you like there's some just like some basically it looks like when like you say that this dog went missing, I'm feeling like it was kind of like, oh, the dog went missing, and then there's some kind of little bit of search, but then that's it. Like it didn't look very like I'm not seeing a reward. I don't know if things were filed. I don't know if, it comes off like it was like one, like, again, using what you have told me, when I read that, it looks like a situation where like it just disappeared almost. Like it just like it was just that, and then and it kind of just like long forgotten about it. Maybe not you, because you're obviously still talking about it, but it kind of feels like, a situation where somebody has a pet and they love it, but it's like new, then it goes missing. Then you're like, oh, okay, well, dogs go missing. Yeah, that's what I get. So yeah. So, okay. So that kind of goes into when you say the dog went missing. That kind of helps, because so let's say somebody has a pet and it's a home pet, right? Like it's I know we're talking about a dog, but just so I can give you my example. So we have house cats, and then we have like indoor cats and outdoor cats. Sometimes an outdoor cat is out all the time, and then it just never comes home. It's like, yes, it's missing, but it's kind of like, is it, you know what I mean? Like it's, like, I mean, runaway is a different term for missing. So I feel that's what, like, so you just articulated that, because I'm like, missing, it didn't look like there was a big like you know what I mean? Like it looked like, again, well, you said it, that it used to come back and forth and back and forth, and one time you guys thought it would come back and it just never came back. So that, I mean, it's missing to you, but when I read the energy of the dog, it's like there's nothing, like it's, so the ultimate question, if it's alive, or I feel like it lived for quite a long time. So, okay, so dog years. So I don't know how old this dog could live. Let's say 14 years, let's say 15 years. It sounds like, I hope it doesn't sound like I'm trying to, feed this question, but I'm like, when you say if the dog's missing, or if the dog is alive or dead, okay, so are you talking about the length of how long a dog could live? Because if a dog went missing 20 years ago, it's most likely going to be deceased now. You know what I mean? Dogs don't live for 20 years. But if you're meaning like, did the dog pass shortly after it missed? Was the dog, did the dog not die from natural causes? That's a different question. So is the dog with us now? Like I feel the dog was living for quite some time. I don't feel that the dog's life came to like a tragic end. I don't feel like anything, whatever. I don't see that. So if that's the question, again, it's kind of, if something only lives for 20 years and then you ask a psychic 50 years later, is it alive or is it dead? It's kind of like, what's the question here? What are we really asking here? But I mean, if this was only like 5 years ago, and so the dog can still be living, I don't see that the dog died of a tragic cause at all. I see the dog had lived its long, full life. Yeah, that was a fun one. That was an interesting one, because I was reading into the question, but into the question and into the question type of thing. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I don't read into your spirit guides, because then there's a lot of, it's like, let's cut out the spirit guide, let's cut out the middleman, and let me just read you. But yeah. Okay, so back to this game. Oh, we had some questions up here. Okay, let me ask. Okay. Sharon McGreevy, hi, can you read my future? Your future is broad and detailed and intense. I mean, it is, there is so much going on in your future, my dear. There is a million bajillion things happening in your future. So what would you like me to focus in on? What is your question? The future is so broad, we could be here for a million years reading your future. Yes, I can read something in the future, but what would you like me to read? Will my future husband be a different from me? A different, I want to say a different race. Is that what you mean? A different race from you? A different culture from you? I feel that's what your question is. I get no. I get no. Reading race and reading things are very interesting because race is very complex. You know, someone can look like me, have skin like me, that's their race, but what are we talking about? You know, culture, race, culture. I do feel like you guys have a very similar, or not very similar, but not very similar, but you have a lot in common in that race culture. Well, maybe not culture. I do feel like you have a lot in common. This will feel like something very familiar. Hi, Jim. Could I tell you anything about your future? There are a million things going on in your future. A million, bajillion, cajillion, casillion, million things. I mean, 10 minutes from now is your future. You know, there's so much going on in your future. Think about your life from today and a year ago and all the things that happened. What would you like to know? What would you like me to focus on? Think of me as a computer, and we're going to narrow in. We're going to zoom in on what part of your future. But yes, I can. I could tell you guys something about your future. What would you like to know about your future? I like when you guys ask questions, because for me to just say something random about your future, like I you know, in the future, you're going to meet somebody. I mean, that's pretty. In the future, you're going to do a job. Like, I mean, what would you like to know about your future, Jim? What specific things would you like to know? And I'll take a look at them. Hello, Hope. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I had him for 4 years. He was only 3. I don't feel that he died of a tragic death. I feel this dog has lived a long life. Yeah. I don't answer questions about children or childbirth or pregnancy or medical questions. I'm not a doctor. I am not a doctor, but I get what you mean. You're like, does the energy of the world, whatever. I just stay away from those questions because it can fall into a medical question. Will you have more kids? Maybe the universe wants you to have more kids and will send you the energy, but maybe you won't actually get, you know what I mean? Like it tends to turn it, and then it flips into a medical question. Will you have more kids? Can you physically be able to? Will you physically give birth to them? That's a medical question. Will more kids be in your energy? That type of thing. May you ask how the rest of the year will be for you overall. So this is like a general reading, so it's not specific. So overall, I do see, okay, so year, let's say 12 months. I do see some really challenging times okay, so let's say 12 months. So from now to like, let's say today's month 1, and then, 12 months. So around the 4 and about the 4 and 6, I do see some challenges. I do see lots of discomfort. It does feel like physical discomfort. It's just a little bit of and I want to say it's like discomfort and it's a hard time, but it's like you're going to handle it well, So it's things that you're going to be like, okay, this is uncomfortable, but I'm pushing through. I do see, so yeah, some discomfort. So overall, I feel the year will be one of that. I feel like that's the theme of the year for you. Just like pushing through a lot of discomforts, coping mechanisms, feeling, that's what I feel. You guys ask for like general readings or those kind of things. And I give, like, I feel like, how valuable was that? How valuable was overall, you're going to have a year of discomforts and whatever, but you're going to push through them. And it's going to be, a very, I don't want to say average, but that's going to be the theme of the year. Like, I hope that's valuable. Like, I don't know. I feel like if I go to a psychic reader, I'm asking a question specific. I want to know, hey, I'm doing this thing. How's it going to turn out for me? Hey, I wanted this thing. Am I going to get it? Well, like, I don't know, a question of like, how will my year go for me? I feel like but I guess I'm putting my feelings on you guys, and you guys are okay with that. But I'm just like sitting here thinking there's so much more they can know, Yes, you're feeling like that now. So I feel like much of the same. Here's one. I do feel like you're going to get some hope. I do feel like there's some good news. Now, this is going to sound like the most cliche psychic thing ever. You're going to hear some good news. Some good news comes around. No, but I do feel like it's good news in relation to a visitor or someone visiting you or seeing someone you haven't seen for long. Or it's like it's good news related to a person, and your connection with that person. But it feels like, it's almost like hearing somebody's going to visit or hearing from somebody you haven't heard from a long time. Why I feel that's significant, because that could happen at any time, but I feel like this is going to be a very significant thing for you. Like, I'm even seeing like some tears of emotions and joy, like, oh my gosh, this feels so good. So I see that around the 6-month mark. Yeah, no health. Oh, really? Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, we all are reading the same thing. I mean, we all have, like readers who read in my style, I should say. Well, I shouldn't say that. Other readers, I mean, the energy, it's there. It's information that is there. It's not like we're creating it. You know what I mean? So it's there in a place to go and look at it, right? So the fact that when sometimes readers all read the same thing, it's kind of like, yeah, because, it's not like Monique Empath has like some special extra information that nobody else has. It's just how much am I able to go into that information? How much, some readers can go in a little bit, some readers can go more, some people more, but it's the same thing. So it makes sense. And when readers see different things, it's kind of like, I explained to somebody, imagine you're in a party and you're standing in a room and there's a bunch of people and you're standing at one corner. Your perspective can see things from that, and then another person's perspective. So that's why we might have different things that we read, but really, I mean, we're kind of reading the same thing. So yeah, no, like I just, I get it. If we're okay, I get this. I get the health questions. I get it because I've had them too, but it's kind of like health questions are coupled in anxiety. You know what I mean? Like, so if I'm not feeling well and all these things, or I've been going to the doctor, right? It's wondering what's going on with me is coupled in fear, anxiety about what's going on, right? So it's not really couched in the fact that you cannot know what's like, this is some kind of information only a psychic would have. You can go to a doc, like, you know what I mean? You can have that. But I get it because I've been there too, where I've had stuff going on. I'm just like, what's going on? And I want to know whatever, those kind of things. But if it's like me saying, oh, this is what's going on with you, this is your health condition, I can't give you meds, I can't prescribe you things, I'm not there taking care of you, you know what I mean? So you have to go to someone who's going to say, hey, yeah, this is what's, so it's like, I mean, you might get a heads up, whatever. I just health questions, legal questions, all those things. If you can actually get because a reading, no matter how much we read, a reading is always like, maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. So if I can go somewhere where I can get the actual 100% answer, it's like, go through there again. Okay, but I do understand the spiritual nature of a health question. It's kind of like, I have a weird allergy. It's actually rare. It's one of the rarest allergies a person can have, like, and it's an anaphylactic allergy, but it's like the weirdest thing. And I do, and that's a true story about myself. And I do sometimes wonder, like, where that came from and which of my ancestors came from it, or what does it mean, or what does it mean? Like, those are the questions that a doctor wouldn't be able to answer anyways. Like, they're health questions, but they're more spiritual questions. That I appreciate, for me to say, I'm allergic to this type of sugar. It's really weird because it's not that I'm allergic. It's a type of sugar. It's really weird, but I have a huge anaphylactic. Like, I mean, I can eat it's weird. Anyways. It's a certain kind of chemical production of this sugar. So when this sugar interacts in a certain way, that's what I'm allergic to. So not even the actual sugar, because then it's in anyways, whatever. I'm not going to go down that road because, as you can see, it bothers me too. So when I ask the spiritual question, where does this come from? I don't want to know, this is what you have to do. I want to know, like, where are my ancestors? What's the history of this? What's the foundation? What is the biological reason of why I would be allergic to this? Because allergies or things that you're sensitive to does have like a hereditary type of thing. We develop, like, oh, want to hear something really weird? I have 2 extra molars. I have extra molars. So not like the ones didn't fall out, like my mouth grew all my adult molars and then decided to grow 2 new ones. So they're not even, it's teeth material. I know I'm a weird person. It's teeth material. Like, it's, like stuff that in your teeth material that they just grew again in the back. So I have extra teeth. I don't know how much we all have. 32. I have 36. And they actually even developed weird, like one's grown like there's a term for it. It's called hyperdontia. And these are, they're called paramolars. And some other people, it's rare, but the way mine has, I have the rarest form of it, right? So I can ask all the questions of like, why, what's my body doing and all those stuff. And the doctors can do so much and say, oh, this is what it is. But the spiritual question of like, what about my ancestors, or what about me? What message is this? Those I don't mind answering. I don't mind answering those kind of spiritual questions. But again, questions like, if me asking a question, why, like, what are these 2 things in the back of my mouth? That's something a doctor can answer. He can say it's hyperdontia. Why does the hyperdontia happen? There's 2 different theories and they don't know. Okay, why did this happen to me? What's the message to me? Why does that happen? It makes I have an overbite because of the root. I get, I would have to pull them out, but I kind of like them. Holding on to the things that make me weird. Anyways, it was a whole blah, 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 blah. It feels, the person who feels that you might it feels like family. The reason why I was fumbling on family, because sometimes I read family, like if you have a really close friend, like let's say you had a friend from when you were a childhood and you've grown up like sisters, they're going to read as family to me. So as I was studying, I was trying to look to see if it's like literal biological family, or is it like, more like an emotional connection type family, but it feels biological. It's like a long lost, somebody you've lost contact with. It feels like a female, if it's a female. And I see like this connection being either, I see the initial like news or hearing about this person, it's going to through like some kind of device. So whether the phone or a video call or like something, it's going to be through that. Because I'm seeing you by yourself, not completely by yourself, but I'm seeing you like just so overjoyed with the news that you hear. So it feels like a family member, a female family member. And to say that the relationship, it's not so, it's the overwhelming feeling. It's not to say that it's such a positive, it's not such it's a positive or a negative. It's overwhelmed. Like, when you like don't expect something or you don't know what to do with it, or you're overwhelmed, and it's that kind of feeling. So not necessarily like, oh my gosh, yes, not that. And not like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. It's just like not like someone that you just haven't heard from, in a long time, then you hear from them. So it's not even so much of like, because of the relationship, it's like that. So that's kind of what I feel about that person, that experience. Okay. Good. You understand. Yeah, you're welcome. Sharisti. Hi, I see you. I like it when, do you have a more specific question? I mean, a general reading is too general. Guys, general readings are too general. They're too vague. They're too vague. They're too general. Like, I'm not a horoscope. This is not your horoscope. It's not like, oh, what's going to happen? Those are horoscope reading. This is a psychic medium reading. This is like, I can get into the nitty gritty of you. Can I move from this place? Okay, there you go. That's a more, oh. It's like I get a no. And that sounds so, okay, but I get like it would be very difficult, that there's so much things binding you to this place. I do see that okay, so this is it. It's like there's so many things that are keeping you in this place. I don't even want to say keeping. It feels like binding you. Does that make sense? It feels like I'm not so much that I'm stuck, but it feels like there's just so much like I can't, like that. Okay. So I feel that, but I do feel that in there's this little, like, there's this way you could move from this place. Yes. But, it looks like there's a way you can move from this, but you would have to, and this sounds me telling you what to do. It's not, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I'm trying to explain the situation that I'm stepping in your energy and I feel that you're in it. Yes, exactly. I see how you're, okay. So I can see that where it feels bounded. It feels binding. The reason why I don't want to say stuck, because stuck would to me, stuck almost like articulates that I'm stuck. Like if I had nothing binding me, I would be stuck here. But it looks like other things are keeping you here. Financially, logically, timeline, other people, situational, those kind of things. Because it looks like free of all those things, you'd be like, okay. So I do see an opportunity for you to be able to move and get out of this. But it looks like you would have to like throw away the chains. Like I don't see it being something, like, I don't want to say easy, but I do see that it would be you fighting against a lot of the things, restrictions in that kind of way, if that makes sense. Like I see that if you wanted to leave, you just be like, boom, I don't care about these things. I'm just gonna get rid of them and go. Like, I don't care. Like, whatever responsibilities, whatever, I'm just gonna go. You know what I mean? Throwing away the chains, figuratively chains, okay? So yes, you can move from this place, but I see it would be it looks like breaking some boundaries, breaking some rules in a way, but the rules are very complex, right? It's like rules that are like, there's laws and there's rules. And I know that's like playing with words, missing words, but there's like, you would have to, like, there's some rules, and it's like we have rules, and we're obligated to those rules, right? But if we want to break those rules, we understand we are doing something against the norm or against what's happening. And there's a way to do those things without actually breaking a law. It's kind of to stand up for, almost like standing up for yourself, or really being assertive and saying, this is what I want, this is what I need to make this happen. It looks like that kind of situation. So, job or immigration. Oh, and that makes sense, because if it's immigration, immigration is exactly that. It's one of those things where it's a bunch of rules, and they are laws, but it's kind of like, okay, these are the rules. And when you say, I want to go beyond these rules, I want to do these different things, there's a lot of paperwork. You know what I mean? There's a way to get through the rules, but then it's like paperwork and all those kind of things. So not like breaking the law and like, running away, but it just looks like that kind of thing for you. And I actually see that you could do this. Like it could happen for you. Yeah. Well, when you say you don't have the strength, actually, that's, remember earlier I was saying it feels like binds, and we're bounded, and we're like, like to stand. Oh man, I can understand that situation. A situation where you don't like where you are, right? And you want to be somewhere else, right? That's simple enough. I don't like where I am. I want to be simple enough. Okay, the things that I have to do to get somewhere else are, a lot of them feel not in my control, or it feels that I have to be so, almost like fight my way out, figuratively. And that is that feeling alone is like there seems to be, I'm picking up some form of injustice there. And when I say form of injustice with your situation, I don't mean like somebody's not being justified to you. I just feel like certain things are like, certain rules and regulations, they're set up, and they're set up in a way that it makes it hard for people. You know what I mean? So a larger social injustice. So that's what makes sense to me. Will you have support of your partner for this? Yeah, but I do see like your partner would feel that way as well. Like, this is you guys are, your hands are almost like your hands are tied. But I do see with this, when you speak of support of your partner, I do see like if you find the strength, they're gonna find the strength. Like it's something that and I feel this is to be true. So if it sounds mushy, if it sounds too fantastical, I really feel it. It looks like if you guys would not have to, but the power within the both of you, it could happen. I think there would be a lot of supporting of each other, feeding of each other. And like, that is what, you know what I mean? Strengthen numbers and strengthen that kind of support. Almost like if you are the one who needs the strength to do this, your partner giving you the support and encouragement kind of gives you the strength to do that. And then the more you do that, then your partner would be relieved of like, okay, I could see how it works. So it's like if that makes sense. Yeah. It's yeah. My heart is with you. And listen, energetically, spiritually speaking, there's no greater power than the will for something. So not even the thought of how you could do it or how it's going to work. It's the will. So this is going to sound crazy, but sometimes the longer we're in something that feels uncomfortable, the more energy our body is like, it will get to a point where it's just like, yeah, no, your body just starts to react. You just start saying things. You start doing things that you didn't even know you had the strength to do, or you didn't even know you would think. So, so just know that when it really is important, it's going to be important. When it really needs to happen, it's going to be happening. Or sometimes we get so in something that's uncomfortable, because your body and your mind, its entire job is to serve you and to make you feel better. So the longer we're in something that's uncomfortable, that two things can happen. One, after a while, you start saying things and you start doing things. Next thing you apply for something that you didn't think you were going to do, and things just start happening because your body kind of just takes control. Your subconscious, or that will, that desire, takes control over everything. And that's a good thing. Or sometimes we're so uncomfortable with something, body's like, okay, I don't like this. But then we start to figure out, how can we make it work? How can it, whatever, finding, both things have its goods and its bads and whatever. But I see that happening for you. When do you get financial freedom? Well, I mean, I know what you mean because I'm so in your energy right now. But I mean, when we say financial freedom, I mean, who's really, you know what I mean? Financial freedom is kind of like it's a funny term. With financial freedom. So it's like we would have to analyze the word freedom. So what do you mean by freedom? And then financial freedom, because even the richest people in the world, they have freedom in one context, but then they don't have freedom in another context because they have all that. You know what I mean? So I'm just playing with the words, but I kind of know what you mean for you. You mean the ability to do what you want when you want and have more control over your circumstances. I think it's going to be some time. I think it's going to be time. It's going to be a lot of like kind of getting there and not. So if we're talking about when do I see that you have more control, financially, you're going to have a sense of control to be able to influence your environment. I see February. There's going to be some you're going to be in a financial situation where you're going to be looking at your money and be like, okay, I have this. What do I want to do? So that is some control. That is like, okay, I can confidently make some of my own choices right now. I see that about February. And to be honest, yeah, I see that about February, and then in about April. And again, that's what I mean when we say financial control. I think I know what you mean, but I mean, that's what financial control really is. It's the ability to be able to look at our money and then not say, okay, this has to go here and this has to go. You don't have freedom in that sense. Money is just going where it needs to go. But to be in a situation where you're like, okay, I can now really choose where I want these things to go. Yeah, I see that about February and in April. Good. All right. So I've been streaming for like an hour and a half, and I'm going to keep streaming for a bit. I'm going to play this game. It's really getting on my nerves because now I have to open this box, and I don't know how to open the box. There's a box here, but it won't let me click on it. I got these folders, but they won't. I had a paper clip. What's the paper clip for? There was the picture. Won't the paper clip? Can't we use a paper clip to maybe we use the umbrella and the paper clip? No. Like these are the only items that I have, or do I have to find more things? Well, it says 2 of 2, so I have all the oh, maybe I gotta. I don't know. Oh, maybe I have to clean it. I don't understand what's going on here. Maybe use the umbrella? I should try something else. This is tough. What else is in this room? Ooh! Okay, let's use the paper clip in here. No. Let's use the umbrella. No. Oops. Okay. Okay, hold on. You are very welcome. You are very welcome. First things first, I better wait. Okay, so what else? Something up the stairs, something in the light. This game is psychic proof. Okay, hold on. Okay, but that's why I wanted to use. Let me hide that. This is why I wanted to use the paper clip in there. How about the umbrella? No. I'm like doing the same things over and over again. Okay, let's use our brains. Hold on. Paper. I gotta put the papers in the box. That's what she wants me to do. And she's just standing there. Like, really? You're just standing there. And I see boxes. Maybe I gotta use the umbrella to beat the box open. Okay. Go back here. Okay. Let's think of, okay, so there's these boxes, but I can't get the, should I click on her again? She asked for her folders. Here. Take your folders, chick.
Thank
Oh.
you. Come with me. Let's check on Fabian.
Task completed. Help Marley. She wanted me to put the papers in the box. I swear she said put the papers in the box. Hello. Hello. When do you... Hold on. Hello. When do you see the man I have feelings for contact me? What's happening with him? Thank you. I feel like we've asked this question before. When do you see the man... I'm not seeing much contact. Maybe possibly a little bit of a contact in, I get some communication in about December. I get some this is in September. Sure. And what's happening with him? In what context? Like, what's he doing in his life? We want to be cautious of people's boundaries. What's his feelings for towards you? I get an overall like positive feeling towards you. I don't see anything negative. I see, like a like he would have good thoughts. It's very positive. I don't feel like his feelings, like emotional feelings, are directed towards you at this point. But not to say that he's like, ugh, no, like there's a positive feeling, but I just don't think he's focused in that direction. Like his feelings are not in that direction, but if he were like how he thinks of you is like positive thoughts, good person. I do see that there's some attraction, but just not there. That's what I get. What's coming up in your love life, Shani? I see two people. This light, it's like good for the stream. But whenever there's a light that's like hitting my eyes, it like, not that it just bothers me. Like, okay, if I'm not reading somebody and I'm just whatever, it's fine. But as soon as I get into the read, it's like I need darkness. I need darkness. Oh, okay. What's coming up? I do see two people, two potential mates in your life. I know I'm talking over here, but that's because the light is there. I do see two potential mates in your life coming up. I do see some dates. I do see some lots of flirting. I do see, not essentially it's like I don't know which one to choose, but I do see like there's two potential people that I see that you're going to be like, so I see you dating, I see you on dates, and I see some dates with like there's two people that are going to be up in the mix. Shani, he begged me out before and then stopped talking to me. You don't see him with anyone else? Well, I mean, I can look, but if the person stopped talking to you, we want to be careful of people's boundaries. But I mean, because if someone's not in my life and they stop talking to me, but for the context of this, I don't see him with anybody. I see this gentleman as kind of like, like he would consider himself single and could confidently say that. Dating, or there's people, but no, I don't see him. I see that if he were to say I'm single, I feel like that is a truth. Like he could say that. There might be people he's talking to or going out with, or one person that he's gone out with a couple times or has a connection with, but I don't see that he's committed. That's a question to anyone. I don't see that. You are welcome, Shani. So that would be fun, just kind of like dating and, because I'm seeing it like exciting too. It's almost like if you were in a situation where there was like not much dating or person action, all of a sudden there's going to be some fun action, I just feel like having, like it's having fun. Nothing tragic, nothing, just kind of like that feeling, when you start dating, or, that feeling of like, oh my gosh, people like me and I'm, flirting with someone, that kind of thing. Hi, Ashley Moore. Welcome. Post your questions in the chat. And you know what? Help me find these things. Okay, we're going into the next level. of this. Okay, so we're going into this room. All we have to do is get, she told me to put it in a, let's hear what she says.
Ever since he touched that amulet, we've been unable to communicate with him.
There is no sign of improvement in his condition, mademoiselle.
He's going to
No
get
one
out
has
of
touched
it.
the amulet barehanded since. Giselle, have you seen my gloves?
Of course.
He's going to come
You
out
left
of
them
it.
on the sink along with your ring.
Oh, my head is all over the place. I'll get the amulet from the laboratory and be right back. Afterwards, we can make you an access card so that you can walk around freely in the building.
Got it.
Thank you, Giselle.
I forgot to put in my name, so she keeps calling me Giselle. How does A feel about me? There's like an excitement, there's like a thrill, there's a rush, there's like a fun feeling, there's like a good vibes feeling, there's like an excitement when somebody has kind of like when somebody's really attracted to someone or someone has like a crush, like just that rush of euphoria type of feeling, Ashley, like that, ooh, like, you know, that type of feeling. There's some thoughts about like more and you know, and more interactions and the like not to say like the future, but like wanting to have this feeling with you over and like over, like wanting to have this feeling with you. Yeah, it like I don't want to say like I'm going to use the word superficial, but I don't use the word, don't take the word superficial as in like, oh, it's all like fake, it's not real. But I mean, like, it's just very surface feelings. Like when you just see somebody on the street, you're like, oh my gosh, it's like, oh, like that, like kind of like that kind of feelings towards you. Very fun, very like, you know, good vibes. Yeah. Oh, wow, she says. Okay, let's go get the amulet. Wait, we're in here. What is this? Okay, we need to get that. What is this? The microscope is pride and joy. Okay, that's great. We have to look at stuff. We're gonna have to put something in here. That's what it is. And I still have the umbrella and a paperclip. I don't know. Wait, I can't get out of here. Oh, there. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Okay. So that's that. What is she doing here? What's in this drawer? Oh, there's this bag. This is what we need a paperclip for. Oh, no. What's under here? Oh, there's a... Oh, no, that's back into the hallway. We've already been there. Like, what's she doing? I can't take a proper look at his belongings without more light. Okay, so we have to create light. Okay, we'll turn on the light switch. Like, I mean, what is this room? Like, why is it so dark? Oh, pieces of stuff. Where do these go? Hold on, put that back. Oh, duh. I mean, I'm thinking about this a little bit more complicated than it really is. Okay, so, oh, now we can see over here. Okay. Cat. Wallet. That. Butterfly. Picture. watch pieces, fish, belt, clover, jewelry, glasses. What is under here? That, this. Oh yeah, got it. Where does this go? Oh, we have to fix stuff. We have to fix it. Oh, it goes here with the necklace. It looks like there's another part we have to find. I feel dizzy. Whoa, what's going on? Why am I feeling dizzy? What's happening? How do I focus? It needs to stop. I touched something and it made me feel dizzy. This is ridiculous. Why am I feeling dizzy? I need to find the pocket radio and I can't see it. Oh my gosh. Dog tag. Okay, well, how do I make it stop being dizzy? We're gonna do this without a hint. Is it me or did the music just get more intense? I touched something and the music. Okay, but how do you focus? You know what? Get me out of here. Like nothing's happening. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What did I touch? You guys, what do I do? Who are you asking if they want a reading? Oh, it stopped being dizzy. Who are you asking if they want a reading? They all want readings. Why are you in here asking people if they want a reading? Do I want a reading? Oh man, it's dizzy again. Do I want a reading? Are you asking me if I want a reading? Why are you doing this? You're very obnoxious. It's gonna be, the new game is block the people trying to solicit you guys. Block and delete. That's the game. Blocky, block, 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 block. Okay. Get your own page. You know, I'm trying to find some stuff. Okay. What do I have to find? I have to find the hand mirror. Oh, I see a clock. I have to fix it before I could get it. Okay. There's this book. The last ruler of King Kermel bestows the dagger known as Knight Leader upon Prince Grandion. Okay, that's... Oh, I have to get that knife in this thing. I've seen something. There's a shovel here. All right. Dog tag. Doggy tag. That's like the army thing. The guys wearing the army. The dog. I see a dog. Oh, that's a beautiful girl. Oh, man. Why does it do that? Of course you can ask one more question, Ashlyn. Go right ahead. First, you got to help me find this dog tag. Here, you want to be able to see it better? Hold on. There. Okay, first help me find the dog tag, and then we'll answer the question. What is this? This is not a dog tag? Is this not a dog tag? for the love of me. This is the charm bracelet, right? Oh no, I need to find the other charm for it. Well, what is this? Oh, I found it! I found it! I found it! You're telling me that there needs to be another piece? I want to know how A's mom and dad feels about me. Very positive, very like I would even go dare to use the word like, that they like you, or the female, the mother likes you. Is it a it's good. It's like I feel like they don't like she okay, okay, so I'm saying they because I feel like they have a common perspective, like they share the kind of perspective, but I'm focusing on she because that's what stood out to me before. It comes off like she has no judgment. There's no like it doesn't come off as like she'd be like, oh, I don't like that, or I don't like this, or don't like that, or oh, I love that. It's kind of like what they just have a positive thought. There's no judgment of you. I pick up there's no judgment of you at this point. Yeah, so no judgment, just all a positive feeling, like this just the okay, you're Ashlyn, okay, I feel Ashlyn feels I cool, you're cool, she's cool, that type of thing. But yeah, I feel like they don't come off as like something would have to happen for them to judge. I feel like that's the kind of people they are. So yeah, I feel it's all positive, non-judgmental. I mean, we can definitely talk about more. But did you find the dog tag? We can definitely talk about more. You guys, this is a public stream, so I don't go, I hold back from saying too many details or going too deeply, just in case, to keep your anonymity and to not really put all your business out there. Or so we don't engage in that kind of conversation. But if you wanted a reading, you can book me at MoniqueEmpath.com. The link is in the description or in the comments. I've posted it somewhere. And there you go. Bookings. And you can book a private reading. It's through PayPal. So it's very secure, and you would get a private, it's a video conference that's done privately through me, and we could do that. I've been desiring an online business venture. Exciting. Hello, Brown Network, but can't decide which direction. Do you see a direction for me? Okay, so the question is, what do I see you end up doing? I see a product. I see pitching a product. So I know you say online business, but I still see like there's a product, not necessarily a service, but it's a product. I do see it's a product. Also a product that can fit in somebody's hands. I do see that. Because I'm seeing this like really explaining how great it is and how awesome it is. I see some background in that with this. Hold on, I'm trying to see if it's that I see some background within this product or just background in products, like that type of sales. And again, I do. Oh, you do have a products line. Oh. Toot my horn. So yeah, I do see that. I do see it that. So a lot of, I guess with products, it's kind of like a lot of advertising and marketing, online business. So I'm not telling you that's what you should do or that's what, you know, but I'm saying that I see that route. Like I see it, I see whatever you do, I see some it being incorporated into your business. Yeah, and it also comes off from like this familiarity with it, which you say you have products. So I think it's that, and it's also like again, this is not me telling you what to do, although it's going to sound like advice, but this is what I pick up. I'm seeing like this desire of like, follow me to the end of the sentence because it might sound weird at first, but it's gonna turn out okay. This way of like this thing about like, I want to start an online business, but I want it as simple as possible. Like I don't want to complicate things. I just want this to be something that I can do. Boom, 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 all that. Like even if it's the marketing, I like everything to be what's the other word? Minimalism, like you know, just like straightforward. I would put a lot of energy into it, but I don't want to put excessive energy into it. I don't want this to be something that like controls. I want it to be something that is fluid and incorporated and fluid. So I think that's probably why I'm seeing the products, because it looks like something that it's like, okay, I can take this and it's easy to incorporate. If later I start adding different levels to my business or doing different things, sure. But it looks like I read you as a person who's like, you know, like I want like, I don't know what chopping, I don't know what message you got off from chopping, but see you as a person is like, let's do it. And then if somebody's like giving you this and that and this and that and all these kinds, it's like, no, what's the most direct way to, what's the most direct line to success or the product or whatever. And the reason why I was saying like that might sound weird is because I hope it doesn't sound like I'm saying that I pick up that you just want to do whatever simple. No, I think it's efficiency and like a good sense of what you can take on and what you don't want to take on and where you're at. You know what I mean? Almost like it comes off as somebody who wants to start a side business that would potentially be their main business, but they don't want to jump into full-time business at the moment. So you want it to like, that's what I see. That's what I see happening, and that's what I see. So it kind of does make sense. When you said there was a couple directions that you wanted to go and you didn't know which one. Well, yeah, I see that it goes to a little bit of where your comfort is, what you know, what you can do real quick, get that out, do that. I do see later things growing and expanding and doing different things. But at that time, it seems like you wouldn't feel the should I do this or shouldn't I? It would be like, okay, this is the next natural progression. If that makes sense, Pamela. Where am I from? I'm from Canada. I'm in Canada. Okay, but you guys, we really got to find. I would like to know your spiritual gifts and abilities. So we all have spiritual gifts. Yeah, okay, so it does make sense. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, hey, I don't tell people what to do. I don't tell people what choices to make. I read into the situation and try to give you more information, reading you and reading the situation. And I think we both kind of, you know, right, Pamela? I think we decided what we're going to do. No, just joking. But you know what I mean? I think that's how it works for you. Yeah, and again, when things start to grow, I think it then becomes easier for you to decide, oh, what new avenues do I want to take? What do I want? Like it just looks like that's a fixture of your personality. And I could see how you would be in your thoughts about it now, because sometimes things that we just naturally do or whatever, we do it so naturally. Sometimes we stop ourselves and say, okay, what do I want to do? But you know what? That's probably what I really would do, you know, and that makes sense. And I actually see it works for you in a lot. I see a lot of things coming to you for that. Anyways, again, we could talk more in detail about this in a private. The link is tickering across, but it's also in the links, in the comments or wherever you're watching this. In Facebook, I have a link in the description. I think I put the link. I would like to know my spiritual gifts and abilities. Well, can you use some? You have some, and can we use some to find the charm bracelet and the dog tag? Because I kind of need that. This is the charm bracelet here, but it's like I can't get it unless I find the extra charm. Does anybody see it? Do you see where the extra? Oh, I thought that was it. Like what the hell? Oh, and then I get dizzy. I then it gets dizzy. Now we can't see anything. Let's use our. I keep feeling like the dog tag is somewhere down left. Oh my god, it is somewhere down left. Yay to being a psychic. I just had to like step outside myself and use my intuition. Woo-hoo! Okay, see if I can do that again with the charm. See, this is the charm bracelet. Oh, I had all the pieces to it and I didn't even know.
Where am I? That red light. It's gone. That's when it all
Kinda
started.
handsome.
Marlene?
What's going on? Marlene should be back by now. Task completed. Item found. Wallet. Check on Marlene. Okay. We're doing good. We're doing good. Okay. So we got his wallet, his identification. I'm ruled by Gemini, so I overthink things, which delays my actions. Thank you for my time. There you go. You are welcome, my dear. And I will be here often. Baby girl Aries, did you find? You didn't. Okay, so what are your spiritual gifts? Before we go find Marlene, you would like to know your spiritual gifts and nerves. Well, okay, so I'll answer specific to you, but we all have gifts and abilities. That was weird. My Google Fit app told me I just like hit my goal, and I've been sitting here. I think is it checking my heart rate? Because I got excited about finding the wallet and stuff. Okay. What are your spiritual gifts? Okay, so everybody has spiritual gifts, like you know, but I don't you the way the question is being asked is like your wording that you have, like you want to know what they are. Okay. So no, you can ask a new question, but we could still on that question. So yeah. Wow, I just like went so into your energy for a minute. There's a lot going on there. Okay. Okay, you there's a lot that I see that you do. Do you work with tarot cards or crystals or those kind, or try to, like I'm seeing this okay, so I'm seeing this situation with you, baby girl Aries, where it's like you really you want to be more intuitive or want to know. Okay, we're on the next question. Because I was saying with your spiritual gifts and abilities, I feel that you are interested. Yeah. You know, you're interested in these things like tarot cards and all those kind of stuff, right? But to like, I see that there's, okay, and this is gonna sound like a judgment, but it's just what I'm picking up to help understand the question and to help give you something. But I see that there's a little bit of like, you like, is it fair to say that, this is going to sound so much like a judgment, but is it fair to say that you asked that question just out of curiosity of what might be said, but not exactly because you are consciously all the time trying to work on your gifts or finding those things out? Like, it's kind of like I'm saying, hey, what am I, what are my gifts in that? Like, but not because when I went to look at your gifts, or your spiritual abilities, I was seeing like this you're almost okay with not knowing. Like, you would like to know, but there's not a development. I know that sounds so judgy, but let me know if I'm right or wrong. But it seems like you're into tarot cards and use those things, and you try to use them to figure out things in your life, or read tarot, or read other people, or read crystals and stuff, and you're really into that. But I was seeing that there's not so much of trying to really like develop your gift. So you're just trying to see what they are. That's what I pick up. That's what I pick up, which is there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like that's what the question was. Okay. So let me know. So to answer that, now that I understand what's going on, so to answer that, yeah, you asked so you can work on them, but how, like, so how could you work on something if you don't know what it is? You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I said, oh, you're, for example, if I said, oh, I actually see that you're a clairvoyant, how, like, what, like, if you don't experience a gift or experience something, you know what I mean? How, you know what I mean? But I do feel like you have some experiences, but it's an interesting concept. Okay, so if I don't know, yeah, like it's it makes no, it's not value. Like, if I say you are highly empathetic and your gift is being an empath, if you don't know, like, if you don't feel that, then that's not going to work. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to work. If your gifts are you, they're not like you're going to, you know what I mean? Like, if somebody says, oh, what's my special skill? Yeah. So that's, yeah. And that's why I was saying it's not a bad question at all. Like, it's a fair question, but it's like, remember, you're asking me to give, so I'm trying to, you know what I mean? It's not a bad question. I think it could be worded as in, or maybe you saying that, like, I've been researching so many different things, and, there's clairvoyance, there's empathy, there's clairaudience, there's tarot card reading, there's feature, there's mediumship, there's all these different kind of things. Because I hate to say, and I hate to sound cliche, that all those things are available to everyone. It's not just because I'm a reader or the other, like, you're clairvoyant, you're empathetic, you're all those things. So it's what you know what I mean? It's not like somebody came to me and said, hey, Monique, you're a medium, you're this. It was me who had those experiences. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, oh, when I'm seeing visions, I'm seeing those things. It's kind of like I'm seeing those things. So you're strong, so I would say, what do you feel is your strongest gift? And then I would be able to say, okay, let's look at that. But if you don't know, like, if I don't know what I'm doing, like, how, you know what I mean? Gifts are not something that you train. And you, like, you know what I mean? You don't go to people do, but you don't go to a school to learn these things. You are these things. You have to recognize that you have them. And if you have it only a little bit, then you have to recognize that you have that. So it doesn't matter. Like clairvoyant could be said as my strongest gift, but then also mediumship could be my strongest. But then and there's no strongest thing. I use all different ones at the same time. So you would be that too. When I look at you, I see a person who I see that, and also logic. Being able to be very logical is a spiritual gift, because when you're reading something spiritual, you have to then translate it into a logical, tangible form. And the better somebody's at that is, the better that they're doing. Because any spiritual gifts is bridging two things. You're bridging the spiritual and the whatever. So person who's good at communicating those, and I would say, despite the complicated questioning and how I'm responding and how you're like, okay, I don't want to know anymore, whatever, as it's written, it looks like there's a communication thing. Despite that, I actually do think communication is one of your better gifts, although that was, but I mean, the only reason why the communication was that is because, again, yeah, that was like the oracle answer. That was like the, ooh, you are the gift. When somebody says, what is the gift? It's like, you are the gift. And then the person goes, yeah, but what is the gift? And it's like, you. And it's like, well, where do I find this gift? Look within. And the person's like, well, what is it? I mean, that's kind of like is the answer. That's the answer, to be honest. I often always say, like, that is the answer. I don't consider myself as someone who can teach somebody how to do a gift. I can show somebody. Yeah. Anyways. All right. So on to a different question, because I could see that was overwhelming for you. Again, because it has an oracle answer. What path should I take in life? The path that is right for you. What path is the one that's right for you? You will feel it in your soul. I mean, those weird oracle questions aren't a lie. There's a reason why they talk like that. Okay. Yeah. You want to know if your next committed relationship will be with someone new or old. I do feel like it will. I do see it going back to someone you've been with before. But I feel like your next significant relationship, so I see it going back to someone that you've been with before, but I also see that your next significant relationship is going to be with someone new. So in context of your question, your next committed relationship will be, I see, with someone old. It may not last very long, but I do see a sense of like, okay, we're doing this. But then I see a very significant, I don't want to say life-changing, but a very significant, like, intense, or not intense, like a very significant, becomes such a part of your life, lasts a very substantial long time, is with someone new. But as for just committed, oh, Ashton Moore, I did believe. I did ask some questions. You're going to probably have to watch it in the replay. But you asked the question, yes, how their parents feel about you. I answered that. And how does the gentleman feel about you, and how does A feel about you, and how does their parents do? I did answer those questions. So you're going to have to watch that in the replay. Okay, back to my thing. We have to find. Am I done here? There's something in here. The zipper never seems to pull. Is this what we need the paper clip for? Oh, it is! Oh, yeah. Okay. All the keys. Get them all. Okay. In the wallet. He's not who he said he was. Okay, it's a picture of them. Maybe they're more than just colleagues. Ah! We got a love story here. I do, but I just keep picking up this guy isn't honest. Yeah, I don't know where it was. I don't know what the timestamp for it was. But yeah, we did. I just keep thinking this guy's not honest. Like he's not honest. And there's just something mystery about him. Okay, I just don't completely. It's like I feel like we're gonna find out something dark about him, and then after we figure out, we're like, oh, okay. But right now, I feel like we're gonna find out something dark about him. So yeah, maybe they were more than just. What is that? Ooh. Okay, I got stuff. Okay, what else? We're done with that book. I don't answer questions about children or pregnancy or childbirth. This is a good work area. Need to fix something. What else? Oh, I need to fix something. So what do I have to fix things? Keys? This? No. This looks like a bag decoration, but it looks like a lid. Oh, if I need to fix something, it's a good work area. And I have the keys to this door now, so we can go. That's that girl. Maybe she was it. Was that Marlene? I don't think that was her. I think that was somebody else. He was dating Marlene, and then he was cheating on her with this other girl. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Okay. We need to get in the store. What? Oh no. Oh no, why am I not? Hold on. Hold on. Because you guys are. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay. Oh, keys. That's it. There's like a logic. I would say it's this one. That was pretty easy. When will you get married? I think a little bit later in life for you. A couple years from now. Well, at least that's what I see. A couple years from now, a little bit later in life. Okay. Oh, fix the punch card. Okay, hold on. There's things in here that I have to get. Ooh. Trying every combination will take too long. I need a clue. Okay. What is that? That's not the clue. Okay, let's get out of here for a second. Where was that again? Oh, the umbrella. Do you connect to Acacia Records? That's a fun question. So many years ago, when I started this journey, sounds like I'm going to get into one of those Oracle things again. No, but okay. The thing is, the way in which I read, I've had people who use the Acacia Records or readers who connect to the Acacia Record. They told me that's what I'm doing, but I wouldn't, like, I don't know that. Like, they say, like, the way I am, it's like, that's what I'm doing, but I don't recognize that. Like, I don't go, oh, I'm connecting to the Acacia Records, I'm checking to you. But I've been told that's my stuff. So I did not study reading, I did not, I was not to say I wasn't a believer, but I wasn't like, oh, psychic readings and all that. I believed in psychic readings. I believed that people can have a high intuition, but I did not understand what it was or to be honest, care. I didn't at all. Like, I never, like, if somebody said clairvoyant, I'd be like, what? Okay, sure. I never really went to readers or anything, but I did believe that people can see things or they have that ability. For me, it was, I've just always been saying stuff about people or saying about things, or I just think that way. Like, I think in images and visions and stuff. And when I was younger, I didn't know the images that I see in my mind when I connect to a person. And like, say I'm connecting to you and I start seeing images in my mind and I'm getting things. I thought everybody in the world, I thought that's how everybody's brain works. Like, I had no idea that it was different. I thought when you connect, like when you sitting here with me, I had the assumption that you're seeing a whole bunch of visions and seeing things. I had no idea. So I lived my way, that way in my life. And I was in high school or with my friends or younger or with my family. I've always been like, oh, that and that's going to happen, or that's going to happen. Like, but I didn't say it in the sense of, I thought I was doing anything spectacular. I thought that everybody was saying it. And it was until when people were like, oh, really? Oh, that is going to happen. And that's what, like, then I was like, you don't see that. Like, I didn't think I was seeing anything different. And then it was later in my life, people would then come to me for stuff and ask that and be like, oh, are you connecting? Are you doing that? Or, what's happening there? And I would just say it. At that, I had a little bit more of like, okay, maybe I think differently, but I didn't think it was psychic. I thought that I just had a weird brain, and that my brain, like when people say they think in images or they think in thoughts, I just thought I had some kind of structure of my brain like that. So then I realized, okay, people don't think the way or see things or perceive things or feel the things that I feel, but maybe it's just, ADHD or like, I just thought it was something else. Like, I didn't think it was psychic. I always thought psychics were doing something so magical, so spectacular. So, I didn't know. And then it was until because then I knew people would come to me and ask me things. Oh, what's going to happen? I would tell them and it would be true or be accurate or be right about that person. Again, didn't think it was psychic. And then it was meeting somebody a friend who was going to go to a psychic for some stuff. And when she went to that psychic as she was going to, I just felt like this psychic was going to scam her. It kind of were. But it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. And for the reasons that she was going to. So I just said to her, people ask me stuff. Just come ask me and we'll do it. And I'll do it for free and it will be fine. I was just trying to get her mind off of it. And then I gave her a reading, almost pretend I'm a psychic, right? But again, I didn't know what psychics were doing. I was almost kind of mocking it, but with the sense of I'm just good at picking up things, or I see things, or I'll tell her what I see or whatever. If it's true, it's true. If it's not, it was all fun and games. It turned out for her, like many others, it turned out for her to be very accurate. And she was the one who told me, that's what psychics do. And I'm like, no. And she's like, she was a person she went to psychics and all that stuff. I'm just like, that, what you just did is exactly what I would do and what I would get from a psychic. I'm like, no way. So she encouraged me to do this as a profession, which I thought was and then I met a psychic. Then I started to look up psychics and trying to see, okay, what the hell are they doing? How do I, what's going on? And then I started to become friends and I joined the community and I had other psychics who started to tell me things and share. And again, this was a world I had it was like stepping into a brand new world. I did not know the world of tarot cards, psychics, and all those kind of things. And I fit in. And then they were like, oh, you can use tarot cards. And I just was too lazy to learn how to use tarot cards. I don't want to learn all those things. I don't care. I don't want to learn all those things. And then I was encouraged to continue to do what I'm doing. I was encouraged to continue to do what I'm doing in a reading. So when I start to get paid clients, I would just be like, hey, listen, I don't know if any of the things that I'm going to say is going to be right or wrong or whatever. I'm just going to tell you what I'm picking up. And that's how I became a paid reader. When I started entering the communities with other readers and started to learn things and other things and understand now the business end of it and how people ask questions and all of those kind of things, that's when I started learning about Akasha records. I started learning about spirit guides and archangels and yada, 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 and all those kind of stuff. I started learning about those stuff. And every time somebody would articulate, for example, the Akasha records and say, this is what the Akasha records are, I would be like, okay, I get that, but I already, I'm seeing that, but I would never call it that. So it's all like that's how it is for me. And then also I'm a very logical person. Very logical. So spirituality is stepping out of your logical mind, and I'm a very logical person. So I went a whole rabbit hole of understanding what is a scientific process. How is it possible? Not spirituality. How is it possible that somebody can be highly intuitive? Then I got connected with psychologists. Well, I was already seeing a psychologist because I have some things, but I started telling the psychologists and the psychiatrists about this thing, and they started telling me how it's not just a spiritual thing. There's an actual reason. There's an actual logical reason. And whether somebody says Akasha records or they say spirit guides, there's a reason why somebody can be more highly intuitive and in a logical sense. So that's where I came from. So that's my whole spiel on that. About that. So that's where I come from. So I understand the Akasha records. I understand horoscopes and Gemini, and I do see a connection with that. But I just choose, this is my process. And I'm not the only. There's a lot of readers out here that have the same process as me, that we don't use those things. We're just using what we naturally use. But so that's me giving secret messages to my mod who's not a mod today. I gotta get into this door, you guys. Like, I gotta get into this door, and I don't know how. And this is a damaged key card, but it did say that that room was a room to fix things. So I have to go back in the infirmary room. Where's the table? This is the table to fix things. Okay, so we're gonna fix the card. Oh, and there's more of those pieces. What do you mean? This is where you fix things. It's damaged. Let me fix it. This is a good area if needed to mix something. Ah, goodness gracious. I gotta find more of those thingies. But anyways, what is your career? So you have a career and you don't know what your career is, or you want me to tell you what will be your career? Is that the question? What is your career? You don't know what your career is and you want me to tell you it, or you want me to know what your career will be? I see some administrative stuff. I see like an administrative stuff. That's what I see. If you're asking me what different careers, or what is one of the careers that I see. All right, you guys, I'm going to have lunch. And I was the only person who helped me play this game. Okay, I will have lunch, and then we will connect back again next week for another thing. So keep asking your questions. And again, if you would like to book a private reading, because I mean, these readings, as you can see, there's a lot of me like fumbling around because one, I'm trying not to say anything too personal about your life. I'm trying to protect your identity, and also you're also guys are not asking like literal direct questions, and they're kind of like, there's a whole bunch of people in here. So if you want me all to yourself, you can book a reading on my website. You can book a reading on my website. The readings are 20 minutes long, which it seems like, I don't know. That might seem like a short time, but it actually is a long time, because we also have narrow focuses. That way can keep you focused. The idea, listen, like I keep saying over and over and over, my idea for reading is to give you some valuable information, not just like, oh, cool, she said that. It's like give you something that can be so influential in your life, can be so practical in your life that you can actually take it and use it and do something with this information, prevent something from happening, or start something to happen, create something, know how to talk to somebody, know how to speak to somebody. It's valuable stuff. It's not just the whole idea of like, oh my gosh, she just saw this wonderful thing. There's other readers in the world that can just give you some fun information to find, but I want it, like, what's the purpose? I want this to be a resource. This is how the ancestors did it when they needed to know where the next hunt, kill, where the woolly mammoth was, where the saber-toothed tiger was, and they went to readers. That's what they went to readers for. It's like, what's going to happen, because I'm about to go, into the dark forest, and I need to know if there's a saber-toothed tiger there. Reader, do you see a saber tiger? And they would say yes, and they were like, okay, now that I know it's there, I'm going to be prepared for it. So that's what I want to do. I come from a very old school type of reading, very old school, very witchy, very organic type of old school type of reading, where it's like it's to serve a purpose, not just for fun. So that's why I hold the readings in a very structured kind of environment where we can give you as much information, where I can give you as much, why is it doing that? Information in detail so it'd be valuable. So here, so this is my website. When you click the link, it takes you here. All payments are done through PayPal. So PayPal gets your money and PayPal holds it, and PayPal takes care of it until the reading is over. And then that's when it's released to me. Technically, that's how it goes. You can book, there's intimate relationships, there's career questions, life transition questions, questions about your finances, and then there's like extended versions. The extended versions, usually I find that clients who've had multiple like shorter sessions, and and then they want to really elaborate, they kind of take the longer time, but they really get everything. I have clients that been with me for 4 to 5 years, and they really just take the smaller sessions. So you would click whatever it is that you want. It takes you to this, you book your time, you put your schedule, your time, and then you log in and you pay and you confirm your booking. And then you will get an email with a private link to a private chat that you don't have to download anything. It just comes to me privately, and it's just me and you, and it's me. It's like this, but it's just us. No one else. It's just us. So yeah, but I mean, if you want to keep asking questions in the lives, that's awesome. That's right here. Questions $39.80, which that's Canadian, and I did the calculations, and that's like $35 US. I don't know it for everything else. I don't know it for every currency, but it's like 35 something US. Yeah, so we will be back here on Wednesday. We will be back here. Will I be able to tell you about a pregnancy in a private reading? No, because it's a medical question. So a pregnancy question, when you're asking about pregnancy, there's the question of, can you become pregnant? Will your body be able to sustain a baby? Do you have any medical conditions that's preventing you from sustaining a baby? Those are all things that you talk about with your doctor. I am not a doctor. Even if I can see those things, what value is that to you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I say, oh, your body can sustain a baby, you can't have a pregnancy without going to a doctor. So, if I can tell you, if I to say like, okay, maybe you're not asking about literal pregnancy, you're saying if you will have children in the future. I can read that, but this is my thing. Yes, there are readers will tell you, and I get that. So a reader that will tell you whether you're pregnant or not. That's a cool thing. I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's wrong. There's readers that take the opportunity to look at that and look at those connections and say, oh, I actually see you having 3 kids. Actually, my mother, when she was younger, she had a reading. It was a tea leaf reading, and the tea leaf reader told her that she was going to have me, basically. And obviously she did. So I don't think that's a wrong thing to ask. I don't think it's a horrible thing to ask. I feel that, okay, for people who have been pregnant before, may get this. But the moment that strip turns pink, or the moment that doctor says, yes, you're pregnant, that is the moment where the bond between you and that child starts. That is such I'm back. I never had the laptop plugged in, and the battery died. So yeah, so I never had the battery plugged in, and so it died. Anyways, I was talking about reading pregnancy questions. Someone put in the chat, it's not my thing. I don't know. It's not my thing, but I was giving, no, it's not my thing. So I actually, I'm going to head out. I want to end this properly. So welcome to, or thank you for joining, and subscribe for more, or not if you don't want to participate in this again or anything. But if you do, we are here. We're always ready to answer your questions, your psychic questions. I just feel all thrown off because it was like I was in the middle of it, and then it whatever, and then now I'm just like trying to get back in the energy, and I feel like some people are here, and or I mean, there's not a lot of people here. There's like no one. Like it's just really me and you. But I like doing these. I like doing these. So we'll keep more that people have often asked me many times, free readings. So here we go. This is an opportunity for free reading. Although I was thinking it is a little odd to give, I don't know. I don't know if it's value. I enjoy just being here. Like I would do these lives if it wasn't even asking for questions, and I would just ramble on about different topics and different things. So I enjoy, and I like the playing a game playing and all that kind of stuff in here. So it would, I would do this, but the portion of you guys asking the question, that's for you. If you want to ask a question, go ahead. I'll attempt to ask it, but private readings are where you can actually really get an actual real reading that's very detailed, specific. We talk about, different things, and we can really get into your life, the specifics of your life. It's not general, it's not vague. I mean, if you want a general reading, there's many readers who do give general readings. But if you want a specific, really detailed, personal, direct to you about your life reading, that's what you can do. You can book that on the website, which is linked. There it is. You can book that for the linked. So I get that, we're here, we're just hanging out, we're just talking about stuff. If you have a quick question, sure. But again, I always feel like, how valuable is it to you? And that's what I mean, if you find it valuable, then good. That's exactly what it is. I wonder how valuable it is, but if you feel it's valuable, then that's all that matters. So, all right, I'm going to head out and see you in the next one. Subscribe for more. We're going to start to do this, a subscriber only chat. Yeah, we're gonna start to do different things. Although there's not many of us, but we're gonna do different things, because that way, I think so. Subscriber only chat will help narrow down that I'm going to see the exact questions, specific questions, and that thing. So and that you guys can do follow-ups of the question. A lot of times you ask a question, and then I trying to get everybody's first question. And then I try to come back to your phone. But if it's a subscriber only chat, then we can have a huge dialogue, me and you and that, about your questions. And so we'll do that. All right. So until the next time, bye.